and they've got Trivium on the bill, and Power Trip, and Testament, and Chevelle, and Arch Enemy, and Seven Dust, and Obituary, and lots more bands to be announced. So they're kind of trickling them out, but it's going to be a great weekend. I got 4-day GA weekend stadium passes for you for Sonic Temple, May 8th through the 11th. SonicTempleFestival.com for all the details and to peep that lineup there. So caller 10, these are yours. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
The Alan Cox Show.
Listening to the show doesn't make you a bad person. That thing in the foot locker at the end of your bed, that makes you a bad person.
MMS.
The Buzzard.
I woke up this morning with a bad hangover, and my penis was missing again. This happens all the time. It's detachable. This comes in handy a lot of the time. I can leave it home when I think it's going to get me in trouble, or I can rent it out when
Anybody remember Detachable Penis?
Now and then I go to a party.
Yes.
This is probably mid-90s, a band called King Missile. It did a bunch of joke songs. They had an accidental hit with a song called Detachable Penis.
My apartment, and I couldn't find it, so I called up the place where the party
And I think the band was like one guy. He was writing songs, and then he got a band to go out with him.
For some reason,
I was reading about a dude in Austria who took mushrooms, and that led him to chop his penis off with an axe. Ooh. Now, listen, everybody can have a different trip on mushrooms. If you've never done it, you know, there are, for people who are very well versed in consuming mushrooms, they'll be able to tell you the kind of the frame of mind with which you go into it can largely determine your trip, right? If you kind of have you're in a good frame of mind and you do it, it's going to chill you out. You have a good time. Some other people, they don't have a great time on mushrooms. 37-year-old guy. Now, this says he was suffering from depression and alcohol abuse. I have a feeling that might have had a larger part to do with it than the fact that he took a large quantity of mushrooms. It's probably a little from column A and a little from column B.
Factors. Don't put this all on mushrooms.
They were able to reattach part of his amputated penis. This is in the Mega Journal of Surgery, which sounds made up, but I can assure you it's real. My subscription recently lapsed. So this guy took a whole lot of mushrooms and reached for the axe and had a severe psychotic episode. It's always the penis. I mean, I know that it's a prominent appendage if you're on a guy, but it's always that. He had a history, like I said, of depression and alcohol abuse, and he had 5 dried mushrooms while staying alone in a secluded vacation home. So you can really stack these up. He's depressed. He's alone.
Dude, you're on.
He's
you're
drinking.
in a vacation home and you're depressed.
He probably rented it.
Can you get the door?
Probably not
please?
his
Yeah,
vacation
thank
home.
you.
But still, you're still there.
Where's he going?
Our doors don't shut all the way now, so
yeah, neither
like
does
we can
mine.
hear it out in the suite, and it was driving me crazy.
Especially on Monday when people are actually here.
Yeah. No, Mary, to your point, he rented an Airbnb. Anywho, had the mushrooms and then began to have a terrifying delusion, which led him to take an axe, not only sever his penis, to disembody it from himself, but then to cut it into smaller pieces. Maybe he thought, you know how like you can cut a
On
worm.
this episode of Top Chef.
You can cut a worm into pieces and it will regenerate. Maybe he thought that's what would happen. And you're going to end up, it's no comfort really for the doctors to go, we were able to reattach part of it. Because you just have like what, they put the base back on? I don't know.
Yeah.
He tied a piece of cloth around the area to control the bleeding and then placed the severed parts of his penis in a jar filled with snow. You know, if you don't get medical attention quickly after doing something like that, you'll fully bleed out from that part of your body. And so that's what he He was in a passerby apparently found him in a confused state. And he was transported to a nearby village and then a hospital. He got to the hospital 5 hours after the amputation. So I guess it's good that he was applying consistent pressure on it, but he lost a lot of blood. His penis was contaminated with snoil.
Snoil?
Take two.
Snoil, not snoil.
Not snoil.
It's a combination of soil and snow.
Oh, snoil.
His penis was contaminated with soil and snow, and parts were severely damaged. They were able to save the tip and about two...
The most important part.
So they were able to reattach the tip and 2 centimeters of the shaft.
Oh, he turned his...
Oh,
no.
come on.
You thought you were depressed before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's no comfort. When they're like, were you able to put it back on? Well, you had the presence of mind to dice it. There was only so much we could do. Then, of course, he experienced complications.
Turned it into penis fajitas.
Yeah.
Not a lot we can do.
He had superficial necrosis. So he developed dead skin on the tip. But then that healed once they got some blood flow in there. And they said, remarkably, he was able to regain some erectile function within a few months. Though the journal points out that the overall length was significantly reduced.
Yeah.
So he's neither a grower nor a shower now. But he was able to eventually urinate normally. But they said this is the first case of documented psilocybin-induced self-amputation. And so it gives these people something to study. They go, all right, well, listen, people who have, it's not unprecedented that people who have psychotic episodes engage in some self-mutilation. But they threw in the variable of the mushrooms here. A lot of times, people who are having psychotic episodes, if they're going to mutilate themselves, it's genitalia-centric. And what a terrible way to go. You've done it to yourself. You didn't get bobbited by a disgruntled lover. You did it to yourself. You played yourself play. And that's got to go down hard, if you'll pardon the pun. It's going to be tough for you. Speaking of mushroom penis, Donald Trump.
What?
Someone has Stormy Daniels said it, like a big old mushroom cap. Somebody has erected a 43-foot naked Trump statue just outside of Las Vegas. I got this from one of our bureau chiefs out there. Right over Interstate 15 on the way to Utah. This giant, what looks like paper mache. I don't know what it's made of. But it's out there on the interstate, and people all around Las Vegas are flocking to see it. I have to imagine the local news coverage will censor the
former president starting a political conversation off I-15 north of Las Vegas.
I love how they always frame it as, it's starting a political conversation. I'm sure that's what they were going for, was a conversation. A well-reasoned dialogue between two opposing viewpoints.
It's a giant nude marionette of Trump, as Ambar Rodriguez learned who put it there, and she also learned why.
Marie, it has been car after car with people trying to get a look of the art installation of former President Trump themselves. Well, News 3 was contacted by a spokesperson for the artist who wants to remain anonymous, but did share some...
The artist wants to remain anonymous so she doesn't get killed by people driving by.
Now they tell us
Hey,
that
look at that.
the piece is titled Crooked and Obscene. It is...
Probably crooked,
Not
ma'am.
crooked.
Probably crooked. Reporter, crooked and obscene. Yeah.
This is titled Crooked and Obscene. It is 43 feet tall, 10 feet wide marionette, weighs 6,000 pounds. It is made out of foam over rebar. The artist's spokesperson tells me the purpose is to ignite
6,000 pounds.
That's got to be
Jesus.
way more than that.
Wow. Foam and rebar.
conversations, and it sure has already, with the images of the marionette going viral.
When I was pulling out, I looked over and I saw something hanging, and it looked like Donald Trump. So I had to come over and get closer to see what it was, and it is Donald Trump. If you know the Trump hair, you can tell that's the that's what they were trying to do. So good job, whoever
That's
did
what
it.
they were. They really nailed the hair.
There's no text saying something about Trump or, of course it's a bit weird maybe that he's nude, but it's also interesting to see. I mean, it's a way of, portraying him, I guess. But I think it's an interesting piece of art.
Is it a political statement or I don't know what it is.
No.
But hey, Vegas, anything will happen in Vegas.
Hey man, it's Vegas.
I love it.
I like this girl who seems terrified to be on television for the very first time. But okay, so maybe they made it without genitalia then, because it looks like maybe it's all flabby and foldy, but maybe there's nothing there in the middle. Crooked and obscene, she called it. 43 feet tall. Anyway, thank you. And our Vegas bureau chiefs sent me that. But just getting, because it's kind of hanging from a crane there, a marionette version.
It's like so gross. Because he probably looks like that dude.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, he's flabby and, Now, to hear him tell it, he has the most beautiful body anyone's ever seen. So I don't know. I've never seen him naked. I can only go by what seems to be his body and what people who have seen him naked have described it as. It didn't seem like good reviews. Of course, some people calling it disgusting and un-American. And other people saying that it is funny. Oh, we got a MarReacts, don't we?
Oh, come on.
Oh, this is a doozy.
This is a good one, too. A doozy is a great way to put it. We got a MarReacts. We haven't done one of these in a while.
Are we doing it now?
We can do it now.
All right, hold on. Let me send it to her.
Okay.
I hate this.
Why? Oh, you're going to hate
It's
this
never
one, too.
good.
Well,
For me.
right. But you don't have a show tonight.
I'm
so
sure it's puke.
You don't have to. What?
So I'm sure it's puke.
No, the last one wasn't. Last one was toes. Right? It was somebody getting like a very aggressive pedicure.
No, we haven't done puke or toes in.
What did we do last time? They were pulling a larva from somebody's ear or something. We haven't done one.
That. Yeah.
Where am I looking for whatever you're sending?
I'm texting it to you, but things are slow. Okay, wait. Oh, there it goes. Okay, here it comes.
Things are very slow today. Some people don't have cell service.
Yeah,
depending on their carrier,
is taking forever.
Yeah, I haven't had any issues, but we had one of our colleagues come in here earlier, and he hasn't been able to get anything going on his phone.
Alan, get her lined up because you got to make it so that you can see her and.
Okay, let me do this here.
So let me put her on camera.
Yeah.
Take that and there we go.
Now I don't know that people are going to see it very well.
No, here I'm gonna come over here and adjust it because we can take what we can do.
Okay.
We can take her and move her.
Oh, there we go.
And then we can make this bigger.
Beautiful.
And then if we put this one.
Yep, up there. This is the magic of videography, Mary Lynn. Yep.
We're gonna take this and then we're gonna put her over top of it.
This is intriguing. So exciting.
Uh-huh. Now, this is, I guess, a guy who maybe does dares or something. Bet you won't eat a balut egg, right? Is this a thing from the Philippines? It's a bird in there, right? But it's a delicacy.
But it's like a 19-day aged bird.
There you go.
19-day aged bird. It's dead or it's alive?
It is.
I've eaten one of these balut eggs before.
It's a dead bird, right?
Yeah, it's cooked. It's cooked.
Yeah, but it's got a bird in it.
It has a bird
like
in
feet
it.
and feathers and wings.
Yes.
It's like half egg, half bird.
Yep, half egg,
my
half
God.
bird, and it's a delicacy.
Yeah, I would eat it all the time in the Philippines.
But for people who don't live there and aren't used to it, it's less a delicacy and more of a dare.
Yeah.
And so that's what this guy is doing.
So I probably ate one 5 or 6 times.
You have?
Yeah.
And does it taste? What does it taste like? Does it taste like what we think it would?
It tastes like chicken.
Tastes like chicken.
Well, it tastes like poultry. We'll say that.
But you're eating the claws and the eyes and the beak. And
the way that he does it is not the way that I would do it. Because like when I would do it, there would still be like part of like you eat it out of the egg and you wouldn't see it as much. And I would you drink the juice first.
So I already feel I hate my throat. Okay. Tell me when. Give me a 3, 2, 1.
All right. I'll give you a 3, 2, 1.
I had this perspective
that you will eat a balut egg. Do you know what
Is that all coming from that?
Be a very bland-looking person.
Hold on.
I get on stage.
What am I hearing?
Nothing for you to start.
I don't know.
You got something else playing. You got something else.
Who,
playing.
me?
Yeah, I think so.
I do.
Something about jokes.
Something else is playing.
Well, hold on.
I wanted them to just
I don't have anything else playing.
All right, start it over.
Okay.
I think
All right.
Okay, go back to the.
What does that say? Bet you will eat a balut egg. Do you know who I am, kid? I need a bucket.
Oh, why?
So he pre-pukes? Is that what's going on?
Dude, come on, man.
Stick it all in my mouth.
I can't keep looking at this. This is literally going to make me... I'm not watching it. I'm not finishing it. I don't care how long
All
it is.
right,
I'm not
all right.
finishing it.
I'll show it to everybody else, right?
That'll legitimately... I can't.
Oh, okay. That's fair. Hold on.
you got to bring her back at some point too. But...
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not watching the rest of it.
Will you listen to it?
No.
Okay. So there she is.
Yeah.
Let me get the other guy. Okay.
Close then, I was close. Come on, give me a sec, team. Give me a sec.
Ah.
So you can see it's still there.
And he puts it in his mouth. The bird he spits it right back out.
This one got me pretty bad. I'll be honest.
Wash it, they'll come back. Down on the sesh. There's a bit of doner meat. Oh yeah, I'll have a piece of that.
So it's like a soft, tiny bird that, Is there any... Is there any way to just let it slide down your throat? Or
I mean, like, the way he's eating is not how I
Johnny lost it in my bucket of sick.
Okay, anyway, he lost it in his bucket of sick, was how he put it there. And, okay. All right, so we, listen, understandably had to bail out of that
He's just
one.
like throwing up water. That's so disgusting.
Had to bail out of that one. But,
so gross.
Yeah, that's no good.
Who's watching this? Like, people are watching this and enjoying it?
Yeah.
Like, this is fun for them?
Well, not everybody has a visceral reaction to other... Like, that doesn't bother me. Watching
someone throw up is entertainment.
not entertainment. I'm just saying not everybody's going to have a visceral reaction to watching somebody vomit.
I just saw it and I said, this is a good MarReacts.
A good MarReacts.
So gross, dude. I can't even make it. I didn't even make it, what, 10 seconds?
Understood.
10 seconds?
Yeah.
Why is he puking up so much water?
Because I think
water coming out of him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he's probably a soccer hooligan, and that's mostly beer.
Yeah.
He probably had to get himself up
he was
for this.
He was very grossed out by it, so he was just the idea of it was really making him puke. So
gross, dude. I hate this segment.
Well, that's why we don't do it very often.
Yeah.
Right?
A friggin' salad right here. What is delicate about it? Why is it considered like, are they hard
delicacy?
to get?
Well,
Yeah.
just because it's probably not to the people who live there, but for
it's-
people who are
it's
like
more-
travelers and things.
Well, so I don't think it was like a delicacy. It was just more like a snack food, but it's high in protein and they're cheap and they're easy to make. So people would walk around with a basket of them and they keep them warm all day and they'd be like, hey, I sell Balut. You want a Balut?
How do they determine, like, obviously, when we're having eggs, it's all yolk.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't get to that point.
No, they got fertilized eggs and
Yeah.
then they wait like 17 or 18 days and then they harvest them and then cook them.
It's got bones in it.
They're soft.
It's a full bird. Yeah, because it's in that liquid, right?
Yeah.
So it's all going to be...
Is it so chewy?
No, it's not that chewy at all. It's like eating a piece of chicken. Like it's... But like the way I would do it is like you take the shell, you crack the top, you drink the juice, then you pull it off and then you just pop the whole thing in your mouth and chew it. So you weren't really looking at it.
Kind of like an oyster?
Yeah.
You let it slide down your
No,
throat?
not slide it. I mean, you still chew it.
Yeah.
But you get like
I guess you'd have to.
That's disgusting.
You have to chew the bird, Mary.
This is a lot of stuff that I could do when I was in my 20s that I don't think I could eat that now. Like
If you
now I would
went back to
probably-
the Philippines, you couldn't do it?
No.
Oh, really?
Could you? You think you could eat that?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I have no idea. I'm just saying since he's the only one with expertise
Yeah.
in doing it.
A lot of the stuff I did then was because I was trying to like show off or like endear myself to the people there, and I was like, yeah, I could do that. I could. Now I don't think I could.
No.
Well, fortunately, you don't have to.
Right.
All right, I'm going to take a break here. I will have more money for you. We're back to the Buzzard bookie handing out $1,000 an hour. So 4:30 is that next keyword for you to grab some of that money. I'm going to have Mushroom Head Halloween tickets for you. It's an annual tradition, Mushroom Head Halloween, with a handful of bands with them. October 26th at the world-famous Agora. Just